On this episode, we talk all about swag and the actual cost of it with the Director of Brand Experience for Atlas, Mr. Matt Lawhorn.
Hello.
Atlas All Access starts now. Matt, welcome back to Omaha.
Yeah, it's good to be back.
So for those of you that don't know, Matt started off with us,
I'm going on 4.5 years.
4.5 years
Yep.
ago. Lived in a small town in Iowa for a while, and then decided to move back to western Nebraska, which is kind of where you're from in the first place.
Yep. My family's from Broken Bow, and it just was a good opportunity for my wife and I, who is also a recruiter, to move back here and just be with our families. Mm-hmm. And I was lucky enough with Atlas to actually let us move, and we both work from home remotely, and it works out great.
Mm-hmm. So he's the one, whenever you get a shirt or a hat or a cup or the welcome kit or anything that has our logo on it, generally passes through Matt's hands first.
Right.
Generally.
Yep.
And I saw this on one of the Facebook groups, I don't even know, it was last week or something, and it was... it wasn't necessarily us. Maybe it was another company. Honestly, I can't even remember. Somebody sent out a jacket very similar to this.
Okay.
Right? And, of course, inevitably in the comments there was, well, you're paying for that. It comes out of your check. And I only use that voice because that's when I read comments.
Like a Kermit the Frog.
Exactly.
Yeah. Okay.
Right. Yeah. When I read the comments, it's just in different
Yes.
voices. So you're paying for that. It comes out of your check. So I thought, we've done this once or twice before. Let's break it down again. Let's talk about actual costs.
It's interesting because, even as I was going through this and kind of pulling some of these together, how little some of this stuff costs.
Yep.
Because when we're buying this, we're buying it in such huge quantities that it allows us to get such an amazing deal.
So a discount.
But yeah, it's interesting as you look through and you break it down through the life of a contract, kind of what they're looking at and what, how much we are spending on that stuff.
Right.
So,
and I think what's important to remember too, and because you reminded me of this, not that I forget, but as we talk through this, it's important to repeat. As much as we just have the bill rate, right? I mean, that's it.
Yep.
Any of this stuff isn't coming out of. We're not figuring this into your pay package to begin with.
Right.
Like we don't figure in, here's $50 worth of swag, and I will send you $50 worth of swag over the lifetime of your contract. Like that doesn't exist.
Right. And that's important, and that's super important to know because we're not taking from their pocket, right?
Right.
Like we are, when we have a budget for experience or brand, that money comes out of that portion of that.
Off our side,
right? That comes from my budget. That comes from your budget. And
from the money that Atlas makes, that Atlas would keep
right
on our side, separate from what we pay the nurse on the deal side.
Exactly.
And I get it. I understand the argument. We just have the bill rate. I understand that
Yep.
or whatever. But companies are in business to make money. Like
Sure.
I think everybody knows that,
Yep.
right? We're not nonprofits. There are nonprofits, obviously, but not in the staffing world. Like we're all here to make money.
And everybody has some sort of marketing department, right?
Absolutely.
Like that's paid for somehow. So whether it's through commercials or magazines or whatever it is, you're still paying for that. We're just using our marketing budget for stuff that's useful, right? Like stuff that you could actually take with you on assignment or something you'd like to have that that says Atlas, and you can help support us, and we give you something nice to take along with you on your next trip. And so,
yep. So let's start breaking this down.
Okay.
Let's talk about some of these. And we have a nice selection here. Let's start with the welcome kit because I think that's the first kind of experience that you have with us. You get this in the mail 2 weeks after you start?
Yep. So 2 weeks after somebody starts, they get a new hire packet. And I don't know if you can see this or not, but it's branded with all of our stuff on it. And there's nothing special in here. There's nothing crazy, but it is just a great, hey, thank you for taking the time to trust us,
to choose us,
and to choose us.
Yeah.
And it gives you enough time to get settled, whether you're in somebody's house or you're renting an apartment from somebody. It's going to have a card inside it, something similar to this, and it's going to be signed, and it's signed by Rich and Steve, the two owners, which is I know it's a pain a lot of times. and because when you're sitting down and you're signing, 800 of these, it takes a lot of time. But I feel that it's super important for people to know that you are worth their time to have a hand signed card, and people don't do that anymore. So, hand signed card, a nice koozie.
So I got the koozie. That's $1 right there.
Okay,
$1.
Atlas chapstick.
85 cents.
Yep, 85 cents.
Ooh, that's what is that? Zip reel? What is
like
that
a retractor.
Called? Let's call that. Oh, badge reel. $1.25.
Okay, $1.25.
$1.25.
So good to go with that.
Ooh, lanyard.
It's a Atlas breakaway lanyard.
Yeah, breakaway lanyard. So like if they grab you, like psych patients, or whatever.
So on a side note, I'd be really interested. Like, do nurses still wear these? Like, do you need these, or is everybody wearing these? Because I've been told different things. So
yeah, right. Like mine to get in the office, right? I just clip on my belt.
Right. Because if people aren't wearing these anymore, then I would do something different.
Because that one right there is $2.25.
Yep.
$2.25.
Yep. This is a cleaning cloth. Again,
$1.
All this stuff is usable stuff. We want you to be able to take with you and leave in your car, or, put in your backpack, whatever. So just a cool little Atlas cleaning cloth, and you say $1.
$1.
Okay.
Yep.
This is one of the items that's been with us since I started, probably for 5 or 6 years, and it's a Atlas pen.
Awesome. With the little flashlight on the end.
It's got a stylus.
A little stylus, because we all use Palm Pilot still.
Right, so. Right. Actually, I used mine the other day on my computer. I got one of those micros, like a touch surface.
Okay.
But we've had some cool stories from these. Nurses love these things. We've sent a lot of these out. We've had one nurse, they had to do a trach on a guy, and they needed a light. And she pulled out her Atlas pen and was able to use the light. And she sent us a kind of a story and a breakdown. And, of course, we sent her a bunch of pens.
More pens.
Yeah. Right. But these are very popular.
$1.14.
$1.14. So
per pen.
A little more, but it's a nice pen. And we send out thousands of these. So
yes, send out a lot of those.
Yep.
Yeah.
So that's your new hire packet. That's what's going to show up 2 weeks roughly after you start your assignment with us.
And then somewhere along the way, you may get an assortment of other Atlas goods for whatever reason, right?
Right. So like, say, Nurses Week, right? That's coming up here. So we're currently working on that as well. That'll be a surprise. And every year, again, you're trying to find a gift for a group of individuals that is, men, women, young, old, something that it's usable, that they can take with them, that they're just not going to throw away. Right. So, we're always looking for new ideas, if anybody's got any good ideas, but I think we got a good one for this year, and, we'll announce that. So you have that, you have Christmas, which we always do. And we make sure that we get, again, a thoughtful gift and something that's useful. We've done so many different things in the past.
You got the sunglasses on your head there. Yeah, those we handed out in Vegas last year.
In Vegas, yep.
And a couple different events too. We've had those.
Yep.
Sunglasses $1.50.
Yes. And they're actually polarized.
Yeah, they're not bad.
Yeah.
So if we kind of slacked off on this and we're back to it now again, we reordered these. If you send us a beer for a beer with Atlas, we would send you a pint glass. The pint glass was $2.39.
Yep.
So not super expensive.
No,
for that
no, not at all.
Let's talk about bigger ticket items now too. So coffee mug.
Okay.
Pretty heavy duty ceramic coffee mug.
Yeah, super nice.
Yep. I use mine a lot at home. Coffee mug, $9.
So could we find a cheaper one? We totally could. But again, if we're gonna give you something, I want something that's going to be useful and something that's going to be long lasting, right? This is a coffee mug that you're like, I only need one of these for my assignment. I'm going to take this mug because it's a nice mug.
It's heavy duty, right? I've seen someone actually drop that at waist level onto carpet, like onto our carpet, which really has very little pad.
Beverage?
It was, yeah, but it didn't break.
That's good.
So I mean, pretty heavy duty.
Yeah.
So hats. I love our hats.
We have lots of different hats. I don't actually have one of my hats on, but we have different hats for all types, and so we kind of a general number there for the hats.
$10.
Yep.
So I'll tell you, go buy a hat with a logo on it. Let's say go buy an MLB hat or an NFL hat or something. You're paying $25, $30, $40 for a hat, maybe.
Yes.
So
and here's the other thing I want to bring up is that when we purchase this stuff and we put this on our store and we send this out, if we're selling some of this on our store, this is all it costs, right? So we are making zero money on this. That's not why we have this stuff on the store, on the swag store.
The store is definitely not like a second revenue stream for us whatsoever.
No. If anything, it probably costs us money to run it and to manage it,
maintain the site, and
a little bit. But it's just it's a way for us to give back. But again, we're not trying to make any gain off of that.
Sure.
So.
Okay, so let's take a step up then. T-shirts. So we give out a ton of T-shirts, right?
Do.
And you see the Where You Belong T-shirt everywhere. T-shirts anywhere between $6 and $11.
Yep, just depending on the size and the style and stuff like that. So,
right.
Again, if you go and look at a shirt at a store that's branded, it's significantly more.
Absolutely.
Especially, and these are nice shirts. These are amazing shirts, soft, and everybody loves these things. So,
okay, one more step up.
Okay.
The hoodie you've got on right there.
Right.
$29.
Yes.
So, again, for a hoodie, it's not a bad price.
Right.
That's actually a pretty good price.
And this is actually a nicer hoodie than most. And it's, when we pick stuff like this out, we're never sure if they're really going to like these. And this was one of the ones that people just went nuts over. And so we've added 3 of these to the store now. So we have 3 of these sweatshirts to the store, different colors.
Yep.
And, but yeah, $29 for this is a posh, nice sweatshirt.
And one of the things where Matt will bring it into the office, we will all try it on first, and like if we like it, then it gets added. If we don't, then we've done that with a few hats. Like these hats fit like garbage.
Yeah, it's not good.
Right.
And run everything through because this is a great. A great stepping stone for that and a test. I know somebody here in the office that has been hounding me for just a plain sweatshirt with no hood on it.
I know who that is.
Yeah.
Yep.
And so
she's raising her hand
she
right
is.
over there.
I see her and I see that all the time. And so I'm working on that. And I just didn't know people still wore sweatshirts. And there's 2 people right here.
I do on the weekends. Look,
do you?
Dolan's wearing one.
I
right
thought
now.
I said there's 2 people that right here that wear them. So I need to get that going.
I think it's one of those. It's a comfort thing.
Sure.
Right? It's just one of those things, and I would wear it all weekend.
Yeah. So you want like the tight wrist and like the
No, does it have that?
like a 1990s
crew neck.
Yeah.
Crew
like
neck.
They don't like the hoods.
They don't like hoods.
They don't want hoods. Okay, it just must be a age thing. 'Cause
Maybe.
I dig the hoods.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't.
But I'm going to work on that. That's going to be for Monday. I'm going to get a sample of that, and I'm going to send it to Jamie and
Look
let
how
her try
excited
that.
she is. She's
Yes.
so excited.
Super excited.
Okay, so let's. I want to take the most expensive item that we have on here.
Okay.
Which is the hooded sweatshirt that you
Yep.
have on right now.
Right.
Okay, I'm going to break that down to a per hour and then per week. So let's say, okay, you really do want this. You don't want anything with our name on it. Okay. Okay, fine.
Okay.
How much does that add to your paycheck? Okay. So I broke this down. Average contract, and please, my math is horrible, right? Obviously, my math is not very good. Steve's the math guy. I'm this guy.
Yeah.
Right. But I believe this is correct. A 36-hour work week times 13 weeks equals 468 hours potential that you could work. If you worked every hour of your contract, 36 hours a week for 13 weeks.
Not counting overtime, not counting anything.
Just straight, 468 hours.
Right.
Okay? So if you take that sweatshirt and divide that, the 468 into 29, or 29 into 468, whichever way that goes, you get 6 cents. Okay?
Yep.
So that equals 6 cents per
hour.
Is that per hour? Yeah, 6 cents per hour.
Right.
I want to make sure that's right. 6 cents per hour, or times 36 hours a week, $2.16 per week.
Right.
So we can
And
send
that's
you,
before
taxes.
Before taxes.
So we could send you a sweatshirt, right? You can have a sweatshirt.
Yep.
Like we may do anyway, right? I mean, who knows why we would send some of this to whoever. I mean, there isn't necessarily any kind of schedule or anything else why we would do that. So I can before taxes, I can give you an extra $2.16 a week, of which the government will take, 30 to ish 40, whatever percent, whatever
for
tax
sure, at
bracket
least,
you're
yeah.
in, right?
Yep.
So you get about $1.65, $1.75 extra per week, or whatever that would go into the change bucket in your car, or you can have a sweatshirt.
Yep.
I mean, that's extreme, obviously, right? I mean, that's the highest price.
So if you broke down this lip balm at 85 cents, I mean, just so you know, I mean, you're looking at one to maybe $5 here for all of this.
Oh yeah, total.
$5.50 for everything.
Right.
And so again, that's just us saying thank you more than anything, and hopefully it's some stuff that's useful that you could use. So there is an argument to all this,
sure.
And
I get it.
But there's no, Rich is, what I like about this is let's just address this,
right,
and let's just talk about it. And I don't know anybody that doesn't enjoy getting free stuff, and
right,
especially for no reason.
Well, it plays back into the where you belong, right? And I think that's in the end, that's where I wanted to get is everyone out there, no matter what, wants to belong.
Sure.
Right? In some way or another.
Yep.
That tribe mentality, right? They want to belong to something or be a part of something. And I think so Matt created the Where You Belong. I know we've talked about that, before, years ago. Like when you first started, like that was your brainchild.
Yep.
Like, give some place, a place for us to gather, for all of us to gather, like where we belong. We belong
even
here.
if it's temporary.
Yep.
Like, that's great. Like, come back. It doesn't matter if you leave. You still belong to this group of individuals.
There are plenty of nurses that have come and worked contracts and gone back to perm contracts that we still keep in touch with.
Yep.
That they're still belong. They're still Atlas nurses, no matter what. They'll always be an Atlas nurse,
which is amazing.
Which is fantastic. These little things along the way. 6 cents per hour, right, on a sweatshirt or something. It's more than that. It's the belonging. It's why do you like the Apple sticker when you get a new iPhone or or whatever? Why do you put it on the back of your car? Why any of those things?
Yep.
Right. It's that sense of belonging that I identify with this, and that's what all of this stuff helps do.
Yeah. Right.
In essence. So whether it's a pair of socks or a hat or a pint glass or whatever.
We had a nurse say that she wanted scrunchies, so we made our own.
We made our own scrunchies. Is a scrunchie on there? How much does that cost?
I want to say it was like 60 cents.
Yeah, I don't even see it on here. Which minuscule, nothing.
We've done headbands. We've done just crazy stuff. So,
and part of it is like I like stuff.
Yeah,
like I like stuff.
Yeah,
and the more stuff we can. I'm all Atlas out today, right? With the jacket and the hat and I'm not wearing my socks today though. So,
no.
But in the shirt. But anyway, it just has that sense of belonging. So the next time, like. And every other company is trying to do the same thing in one fashion or another, right?
Yep.
Whether it's logoed scrub tops or whatever that might be, they're all trying to create that sense of belonging. Because moving from one contract to another is difficult. Moving from one company to another is difficult. And so the more that we can create that sense of belonging and hang on to those travelers, not only in how we treat them, but then in that sense of belonging is important. So that's it. So the next time something like that comes up and someone actually, someone makes that comment, right, in my Daffy Duck voice that I use, it's important for you to understand how much that actually costs and how just minuscule that amount is.
And we do this because we're grateful, right? Mm-hmm. And so we could use that money for something different in marketing, but we don't. Mm-hmm. And we choose to give that back to our travelers.
Absolutely. So, well, Matt, thank you for joining us today.
Yeah, you bet. It's a good time.
A lot of fun stuff coming up in the company store. If you haven't visited our company store, if you go to our website, and maybe we'll do some kind of little fun screen capture here.
Yeah.
Go to our website. At the top, there is a tab called Sweet Merch.
Yep.
And within Sweet Merch, you can buy anything from hats to shirts to backpacks,
sun visors.
There's so
much.
Like
if you want an Under Armour shirt with, it'll have the Atlas logo on it. Mm-hmm. We offer that. I mean, they're just a bunch of different things.
There's a ton of different fun stuff on there. So
yep.
This hat in particular is on there right now. So
yep.
We don't actually give this one away. It's one that I purchased off the company store myself. So go check that out. If you want to just like wear all kinds of Atlas swag all the time, I wouldn't argue with that. You got to go buy it on the store.
Right.
If you want it all the time.
Send us a picture. Like if you got like a picture with your Atlas swag on assignment, that'd be awesome.
And then I will send you more Atlas swag if you do that.
There you go.
All right, Matt. Thank you.
You bet.
See you next week.
Bye.